My name is Akpan Pius Usoro. I go with the business name Bob Usoro. Incidentally, my maternal grandfather is Bob. I'm an artist, architect, and pedagogue. I have written a book I call The Return, a book that navigates my path to the return to myself as an artist. These are my early works back in 1981 in the slums of Nigeria, Jegule. My first attempt at using colors on paper. This work was in 1983 as an architecture student at the Calabar Polytechnic using pointillism with my rapidograph. This is the first attempt of oil on paper in Russia, in Astrakhan. And this is part of the works I exhibited in my personal exhibition in 1986. I call this one The Return of Africans Through the Kazakhstan Mountain Oil on Canvas. I was seeing myself going through Kazakhstan to return to myself as the person I am today, the artist. These are also early works, and these are works that actually embodied that impulsive return to myself. 1986, 1996. The village bazaar. This is supposed to be the bazaar between my village and a neighboring village, adjacent to the primary school in my village. These are also part of the Return series before the road crumbles. Afroexpressionism traits here. This is my dormout, I call it. It's just the space in front of my village house. This is supposed to be my uncle's yard, where my mom was living when my father was in Lagos, and other huts belonged to the wives of my uncle. To the farm and from the farm, the series which has a lot of segment in my arts. Village women, that constant sight of women returning from the farm was to be the core inspiration in my creativity. I call this one Help from Above, 19, 1996, 95. Symbiosis of African forms and the Kazakh landscape. This work is now in a personal private collection in the US. I call it Breaking the Vicious Circle. You and time. Sometimes you are ahead of time, sometimes you are behind time. The worst is to allow that link between you and time to break. Hurrying home. Women with loads in their heads hurrying home. My village square where we had carnivals. Colors. Afroexpressionism. Quintessence of Afroexpressionism, now in private collection. Almata. Supermarket in Almata. Magnum. Jazzy Girls. The Carnival in the Village. Watercolor. Neighborhood. View from my window in Almata. Abaya and Sofia Kovalevskaya. Near the mosque on Shandosva Street in Almata. Magnum in Almata, Latau region. Afroexpressionism, the quintessence of it. Village. Rem White Street, I call this. Latest work. City lines. City outskirt. One of the most favorited works in my collection, jazz. Abstract colors. Breaking the vicious circle, some other variant. Latest work. Another nine, that this was competition work. African women farmers. Quintessence of Afroexpressionism. Experiment, 1999. Near the village market. In private collection in Israel. Respect the women. They carried the world. The Wheel, latest work. African Bazaar, in private collection. Watercolor jobs. One of my earliest work, collage. On the podium. Village. Egbo Masquerade. Early jobs, early works from the farm. Obama. I did this job 3 months before the election in 2008. I was sure he was going to be the president. I call it I call him history. Some abstract figures. Mr. Who. Rest in peace, my friend. America. Neighborhood. Neighborhood. Three dramas. Abstract colors. The window to Mars. Abstract. Door to Mars. Watercolor. The park near me, near my residence in Almata. Girls at the streams. Some attempts on pastel. So that's me Bob Usoro. I hope you enjoy my work. You can buy my work here on the site